As brutality against Hindu continues in Bangladesh, another atrocity comes to light. In yet another shocking incident highlighting the ongoing wave of violence against religious minorities in Bangladesh, a 40-year-old Hindu widow was allegedly gang raped, tied to a tree, had her hair forcibly cut off and humiliated by two men in Kaliganj sub-district of Jhenaidah on January 3, 2026. And according to the victim's police complaint, the assault stemmed from a land dispute and prolonged harassment. She had purchased a two-story house and a land for 2 million taka from accused Shahin and his brother about 2.5 years ago. Shahin subsequently made repeated indecent advances, escalating to harassment after her refusals. And on the evening of the attack, while two relatives were visiting, Shahin and his associate Hasan allegedly stormed the home, sexually assaulted her and demanded 50,000 taka in extortion. When she refused, they assaulted the relatives, drove them away, tied her to a tree as she screamed for help, shaved her head, filmed the degradation and circulated the video on social media. She was found unconscious by locals and rushed to the Jhenaidah Sadar Hospital, where medical examination confirmed abuse. Police have registered a case at Kaliganj police station, recorded her statement and assured strict action. Reports indicate the accused have been arrested in some accounts, with investigations ongoing. Now joining me on the telecast is Shruti Das Gupta, Foreign Affairs expert. Shruti, thank you and good morning to you for joining me on the telecast. Shruti, the situation in Bangladesh is shocking to say. It's an understatement, whatever the developments that are happening. First of all, the attack on Hindus and the minorities over there, and these cases emerging of sexual harassment, especially when we're talking about this case. It's when we talk about the statement or the reaction from the government in itself, it doesn't say that they are actually acting on anything, because the situation continues to escalate. So in your perspective, is the government over there underplaying the kind of situation there is?
Good morning to you, Ria, and your viewers. You've hit the nail on the head when you said that the government is not acting, it is only reacting. When a crime like this occurs, they only react to it on a basis of whether a crime has been committed or not, without identifying the underlying nature of the crime, which is the lack of protection for the Hindu minority of Bangladesh. And that is why it is acceptable to continue to harass a widow for over 2 years, why she is hesitant to go ahead and file a complaint, why even after medical examination, from what I've been reading about this particular heinous incident, is that she did not really want to register the sexual abuse of her body. And it was later only filed after medical examination that they insisted that this particular crime should also be put forth. So she did not want to put it out, because for her it is a matter of shame. The Hindu community knows that it's not going to find protection, and all of it lies under the fact that you're not acknowledging that the crime is specifically related to the religion of the victim. Not just this, the deaths before these, the deaths that are going to follow, unfortunately, all of them have the same underlying thread of them being Hindus and them being unprotected. When Muhammad Yunus went on international media and said that the Hindus of Bangladesh should not say that I'm a Hindu, protect me. They should say I'm a Bangladeshi, you should protect me. He took away the umbrella of protection that minorities should enjoy, specifically in a country where Muslim majority and hardlinism is a problem. So this is something that they are not identifying or even acting against. There is a law and order collapse because the police stations have been set on fire. We have Jamaat-e-Islami people giving interviews saying that I have set a police station on fire, I have put a particular SI on fire, and there has been no legal action against him. When you have international community like Turk, who is a UN representative, saying no, it is an exaggerated account of the Hindu prosecution happening, and that helps them enable their ostrich syndrome to the reality of Bangladesh, then you can't expect true justice to come forth. Only when a crime as such is registered, you go after the accused without addressing the mentality that is allowing these people to go after the minority of the nation. So these incidents unfortunately are the reality of Bangladesh. They show the ugly face of Bangladesh, and it is not going to change. It has not changed while it was under Awami League, though it was controlled. It was worse under BNP, and now under Jamaati. They are blatantly asking for jizya. They're asking for people to pay more just for basic existence in a nation which is ruled by Muslims.
Shruti, my last question to you is, it's a broader question. In terms of the situation in Bangladesh, in terms of the power struggle that we are seeing, it was not a smooth transition till now. There's no smooth transition after Sheikh Hasina, pardon me, was ousted. And even right now, there are certain level of elements that are acting that probably do not want the February elections to happen. So what exactly next, or for Bangladesh? What's the future of Bangladesh in your perspective?
Well, you see these news bites that we're seeing has been coming in forever. They've been coming in slow trickles, in large bites. Now more so because the media realizes over the past few months, past month, that they are not safe even if they play by the rules, like the Daily Star and Pratham. Even if they play by Muhammad Yunus's rule, they are not safe. Their offices and they are going to be set on fire. The journalists are going to be questioned irrespective of their religion. So now media has again started reporting on this from ground, and the international community we have no hope from. But what we are going to see is they're trying to put this news forth to showcase that there is a larger problem and the region is not settled, and they want to postpone. Even though Muhammad Yunus himself has put out a post saying that the elections will happen, do your worst. It either because there's a law and order collapse, then till the elections occur, in fact till the new government is sworn in, such incidents are going to continue, so that an international community can say, oh no, this is still not right, we need to fix it. So the fixing would be continuation of the problem, which is Muhammad Yunus and his lack of control over the security agencies and the state agencies of Bangladesh. The polls that have come out, which is recent polls, opinion polls that have been done pre-election, show that BNP has a very large chance of winning, very large as in a significant 74% believe that BNP candidates will lead the nation into the next government. Jamaat-e-Islami have secured 25%, of the thing. There's a small sliver of like 23 to 24%. Jamaat-e-Islami people are going to get their share in the parliamentary seats in the elections to come, and small sliver is going to go to NCP, I think 1 point something, and even lesser for the other parties. So this shows that BNP is going to be the future of Bangladesh if elections are held. So that is why India has also, our MEA went and met Khalida Zia's son, Tariq Rahman, and he's going to be probably going to be the leader of the future for Bangladesh. And we hope at least he is able to acknowledge the fact that minorities are under attack. He is able to protect the state security agencies themselves, the police and army that they face. They face stone pelting, they face fire themselves when they try and act on these Jamaati elements that are creating this ruckus in the nation. So I hope he's able to empower them and protect them so that they can do their job and ensure that the region finds security for not just Muslims and Hindus and Buddhists and Christians, but as a nation they are able to sort their problems out without actually resorting to violence as a way of living their lives.
All right, Shruti, thank you so much for joining me on the telecast, and obviously interesting perspective over there. But meanwhile, we have